From minerals that contain lead, mercury and copper to crushed insects and sparkling gemstones, the things used to make paint pigments in the past were often as creative as the great works of art they contributed to. It's a story that's currently being celebrated at the National Gallery in an exhibition called Making Colour. Ashok Roy is their Director of Collections.
We have a long tradition of scientists working with conservators and with art historians. And we've reached that point where we really know a great deal about the way in which European paintings were made. And that means the materials that we use to create them, the way those materials behave, something of their technological history, the connections between colouring materials used in painting and what we would call the sister arts of ceramics, glass making, textile dyeing and so on.
This historic combination of artistic and scientific endeavour has now been taken into the 21st century by a recent addition to the National Gallery's pool of equipment. It's a state-of-the-art, computer-controlled, micro-positioning easel. Around 6 metres long, it's capable of holding and slowly moving around a painting up to 2.8 metres high and wide. It was provided through the support of the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council. Joseph Padfield is a conservation scientist at the National Gallery.
We use a number of different types of imaging techniques, from visible light to infrared to X-rays to ultraviolet light, and a number of different textural imaging processes. We decided that it would be easier to move the painting rather than the camera, because that allows us to put any type of camera in front of the painting. The ones we're hoping to do in the future is one called hyperspectral imaging, where you actually measure, instead of just taking a normal red, green, blue image of a painting, you actually measure all of the reflected light coming back. So the whole accurate colour, so that you might be able to look at doing pigment maps, for instance. So you can take a picture of the painting and map where different materials have been used. So it is an area of research that we're hoping to get into in the future, that this easel will give us a platform on which to begin.
One of the paintings being featured in the exhibition is Sasso Ferrato's The Virgin in Prayer. Dated between 1640 and 1650, it shows the gentle serenity of Mary's features as she holds her hands together in worship. The soft drape of her cloak is painted in a rich, deep royal blue. Joseph Padfield says the new easel will not only enhance understanding of how a painting like this is constructed, it will also make the detailed examination of great works of art available to a much wider audience because of the images it will help to produce.
You will have the different brushstrokes that will form the shadows and the highlights on the cloak and allow you to see the detail of how the fabric is being portrayed and how the brushstrokes have been layered one over the top of the other to see how the modelling has been achieved. And you can only do that if you have the very special ability to actually take the painting down and look at it under a microscope, which is only really reserved for very few people. But if you're able to put that type of painting in a system that will allow you to get extremely high resolution images of it, it will allow that special experience to be achieved by many people.
The National Gallery's new state-of-the-art easel has also helped inspire another part of the Making Colour exhibition, which gives visitors the chance to get involved in an interactive experiment that will feed into future research on human colour perception. It involves capturing the responses of people as they view a picture under different conditions using a tunable LED light source. So, if you want to get a new perspective on an old master, then this unique exhibition is the ideal opportunity to do so. Making Colour is on at the National Gallery until the 7th of September.